Good morning, students. Welcome to science class. Do you remember what we learned in the previous class? In the previous class, we learned about the lesson 16 microorganisms. So, what is microorganism and what is the name of the study of microorganism? Okay, and the categories of microorganism. Everything. These are. Okay, so what are the categories are there? Algae, fungi, virus, bacteria, protozoa. The 5 categories are there. Okay, the 4 categories we completed. What are the? Virus, bacteria, algae, fungi. 4 completed. Okay, remaining only one is there. That is a protozoa. So today we are going to discuss about protozoa only. Okay. So once we can review the previous chapter. Okay, first of all, what is microorganism? It is a very tiny particle we cannot see through our naked eye. That is a microorganism. And the study about the microorganism is microbiology. Okay, and the study about the virus, virology. Virus, it is a very tiny particle. It is 10,000 times smaller than the bacteria. Okay, so the virus means poison. Okay, the word virus means poison. Okay. And the bacteria it is a prokaryotic microorganism, unicellular microorganism. It is a prokaryotic, okay, and then it causes many disease and as well as the useful things also there in the bacteria. Okay, the study about the bacteria is bacteriology. Next, fungi. The study about the fungi is mycology. Study about algae, algology or phycology. Okay, so these are the things we studied in the previous class. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about protozoa. This is the last category of the microorganism. Okay, lesson 16 microorganism. The last category is protozoa. Okay, so the protozoa, it is a single cell eukaryote. It is not a prokaryote. It is a eukaryotic animal. Okay, so the protozoa, it is a single cell eukaryotic organism. And it is placed, it belongs to kingdom Protista. It belongs to kingdom Protista. And study about the protozoa is protozoology. Okay, protozoology, microorganism, microbiology, virus, virology, fungi, mycology, algae, mycology, and one more bacteria, it is a bacteriology. Likewise, the study the science that deals with protozoa is protozoology. Okay, and it is lived in ponds, oceans, like moist areas. Maximum it lives. Okay, so the size of the protozoa is 2 to 200 micron. 2 to 200 micron. That is the size of the protozoa. Okay, next it causes more diseases. Okay, in the later we can see about the diseases. Okay, next it has specialized organelles. That organelles, it only used it for locomotion, feeding, digestion, excretion, everything. Okay, for this process it has specialized organelles. Okay, and it is divided or classified into ciliates, flagellates, pseudopods, sporozoans. It is classified into 4 types: ciliates, flagellates, pseudopods, and sporozoans. Okay, so these are the 4 categories of the protozoa. Okay, so the ciliates, the example for ciliates are Paramecium. Example for ciliates are Paramecium. Example for flagellates are Euglena. Example for flagellates are Euglena. And the example for pseudopods are amoeba. Amoeba is the example for pseudopods. And the sporozoans, the example for sporozoans are Plasmodium. Okay, so these are the characteristic features of the protozoa. Okay, and the next, cell structure of the protozoa. Cell structure of the protozoa. In your textbook, they explain about the amoeba. The cell amoeba. Okay, amoeba, it is the very minute structure. Okay, what is the speciality of amoeba? Do you know that? It is a shapeless organism. It is the shapeless organism. It changes their shape. Okay, that is a amoeba. Okay, so next, amoeba, it is a unicellular organism and it lives in the pond. Okay, maximum it is lives in the pond and it cause the disease. Okay, it affect the human being. Okay, and it cause the amoebic dysentery. All the disease we can see in the end of the lesson. Okay, so next it have the pseudopodia. This is the pseudopodia. Pseudo means false feet. False feet. Okay, it is not a true feet. It is the false feet. See here, this is a pseudopods. Okay, this pseudopodia, it is used to engulf the food particles. If the food particles it comes near to the amoeba, the cell wall it is modified into pseudopods and it cover the food particles. Okay. So in this way it engulfs the food particles. Okay. And this is the contractile vacuole. It is used to excrete the waste product. It is used to excrete the waste product. Okay. And it is reproduced by the way of fission and sporulation. Fission and sporulation. Okay. So these are the reproductive methods of the amoeba. Okay. So the amoeba it is a shapeless organism. It have the pseudopods. Pseudopods mean that is a false feet. Okay. When it is absorb the food particles, it engulfs the food particles. The pseudopods are arised. Okay. So this is a characteristic features of protozoa. Okay. So the 5 categories of microorganisms completed. Next we have to discuss about 2 more things are there. What are the things? We can see. Okay, the next thing, prions and virions. Okay, these are the different forms of virus. These two, nothing but different forms of virus. Okay, prions and virions. Okay, so first of all, prions. Prions mean it contains only proteinaceous substance. It contains only proteinaceous infectious particle. Okay, so the prions mean proteinaceous infectious particle. It contains only proteinaceous infected particles. Okay, and it have neither DNA or RNA. It have neither DNA or RNA. Any one is contained. Okay, and it can cause the disease. Okay, it can affect the brain and neural tissues. It can affect the brain and neural tissues. Okay, so it causes the disease in the neural and brain tissues. Okay, so the prions are nothing but it is a proteinaceous infectious particle. Proteinaceous infectious particle, that is a prions. Okay, so next one is a virions. Next one is a virion. So the entire virus particle outside the cell. Okay, so the virions mean nothing but the entire virus particle, it is present outside the living cell, that is called virions. Okay, so it contains outer capsid and inner nucleic acid. Outer capsid and inner nucleic acid. Nucleic acid means DNA and RNA. Okay, and so the entire virus particle is present in the virions. Where it is found? It is found in the outside of the cell. It is found in the outside of the cell. If it is present inside the cell, that is called virus. If it is present outside the cell, that is called virions. Okay, but if it is present in the outside also, it can affect the living cell. It is not present in the living cell, but in the suitable substance, when it receives the suitable substance, it can affect the living cell also. That is a virions. Okay, very small topics, prions and virions. So the prions and virions are nothing but it is the different forms of virus. Okay, so prions mean it contains proteinaceous infectious particle. Proteinaceous mean it contains a protein code and it contains either DNA or RNA. It can infect the brain and neural tissues. Okay, and it causes the disease. And virions mean the entire virus particle present outside the cell. Okay, so this is what called prions and virions. Okay, so next we have to discuss about uses of the microorganisms. It is used in our daily life and in most of the companies and most of the industries we can use the microorganisms. Okay, what are the things are there? We can see in the next topic. Next one, uses of microorganisms. Okay, so uses of microorganisms. The microorganisms are used in the different fields. Okay, like in the industry, in our daily life, in the agriculture and in the medicine, in like these fields, the microorganisms are useful. Okay, so first we have to discuss microorganism in medicine. Okay, in medicine it is used in the different ways. Okay, here they give two. One is antibiotics, production of antibiotics, and one more is a production of vaccine. Okay, so antibiotics and vaccine. First one, antibiotics. Antibiotics. Anti mean against. The word anti mean against. Okay, so against the other organism, a living organism, it is against performing to the other living organism. That is antibiotics. Okay, that is antibiotics. So the word anti mean against. The word anti mean against. Okay. First antibiotic, it is a penicillin. Penicillin is the first antibiotic. It is discovered in 1928. 1928. It is discovered by Sir Alexander Fleming. Sir Alexander Fleming. Okay. So this penicillin, this is produced from penicillium. Okay, it is produced from penicillium. The microorganism is penicillium. Okay, so the first antibiotic is a penicillin. It is discovered in 1928. Discovered by Sir Alexander Fleming. Okay, the penicillin, it is used to treat diphtheria and tetanus. The penicillin, it is used to treat diphtheria and tetanus. Okay, next one, it is a streptomycin. Streptomycin, it is produced from Streptomyces. Streptomyces. From Streptomyces, the streptomycin, it was produced. Okay, it is used to treat the bacterial disease like the plague. Okay, so that is a streptomycin. So these are the antibiotics. It is produced from microorganism. Next one, it is a vaccine. We know very well what is vaccine. What is vaccine? It is a prevention method. Okay, preventive measures. Okay, so the vaccine, it is produced from dead or weakened microbes. Okay, it is produced from dead or weakened microbes. Okay, so that is a vaccine. So the first vaccine discovered against smallpox. Okay, it is smallpox. It was discovered by Edward Jenner. It was discovered by Edward Jenner. Okay, so for which disease? Smallpox. Okay, first vaccine produced against the disease smallpox. It was discovered by Edward Jenner. Okay, the vaccine, it is otherwise called immunization. Why it is called immunization? Once we can intake the vaccine, it performs against the pathogens and it stayed in our blood. Okay, that antibiotic produced the antibiotics against the pathogens and it stayed in our blood. Okay, in our lifetime. Okay, so whenever the pathogen it was entered into our body, it will prevent that. Okay, so that's why this is called immunization. The vaccine, it was otherwise called immunization. Okay, so next, so the MMR and BCG are the vaccines. Example for vaccines. Okay, first one MMR. MMR means measles. It is treat against the measles, mumps, and rubella. That is a vaccine MMR. BCG. BCG it is against or prevent from the tuberculosis. Okay, TB, the tuberculosis. Okay. So first one medicine and medicine, antibiotic, production of antibiotic and production of vaccines, the microorganisms are useful. Okay. So in this way, the microorganisms useful in the field of medicine. Okay. So next it is used in the next field, that is agriculture. Okay, the next one is agriculture. The microorganisms are useful in the agriculture. In agriculture, what are the ways it is useful in? First one, natural fertilizer. It is used as a natural fertilizer and nitrogen fixation and biocontrol agent. Okay, so the first one, natural fertilizer. How it is used as a natural fertilizer? We know very well the microorganisms are the decomposers. Okay, so they only keep the environment clean, keep the earth clean. Okay, so the decomposers are microorganisms only. Okay, these microorganisms decompose the waste materials and converted into natural manure or natural fertilizer. Okay, so this is a way it is used as a natural fertilizer. Okay, and the next one it is a nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation. So what is the meaning of nitrogen fixation? The nitrogen it is absorbed by the microorganism from the environment and fixed into the soil. Okay, so in this way the nitrogen content are increased in the soil. Okay, it is fixed in the nitrates. It absorbs the nitrogen gas and fixed in the nitrates in the form of nitrates. Okay, how it is fixed the nitrogen in? First, this bacteria like the soil bacteria, it is present in the root nodule of the legume plants. Okay, in the legume plant, the leguminaceae family, all the plant root have root nodules. Okay, in the root nodules, the bacteria are present. Okay, the soil bacteria, like the nitrogen fixation bacteria are present. They are absorb the nitrogen from the environment and fixed in the soil. Okay, so that is a way it fix the nitrogen. Okay. This nitrogen it is used to increase the yield of the plant. Okay. So next one is a biocontrol agent. What is biocontrol agent? Some of the microorganisms it control the other microorganisms or other organisms that affect the plants. For example, Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, this is one of the bacteria. It affect the what are the organisms, what are the pathogens are affect the plant, especially in the insects. Okay, in the insects, it control them. The Bacillus thuringiensis control the insects. It is used as a pesticide. Okay. So next, trichoderma. It protect the root of the plant. It protect the root of the plant. The trichoderma it is one of the fungi. It is useful to protect the root from the pathogens. Okay. So next, baculovirus. This is one of the virus. Okay. This virus it is useful to attack the insects and other arthropods which are affect the plants. Okay, so these are the ways it is used as a biocontrol agents. Okay, so the first one in the field of medicine we completed. The second field it is a agriculture. Okay, the third field it is in the industries. Okay, in what are the industries it is useful? We can see in the next topic. The next field it is a industry. Okay, in industry what are the ways the microorganisms are useful? Okay, so first one sewage treatment. Okay, next is production of biogas, production of alcohol and wine. Okay, and it is useful in the retting and tanning. Okay, so what are the things? Sewage treatment. It is useful in the sewage treatment, and the next it is useful in the production of biogas and then production of alcohol and wine like beverages, alcoholic beverages. Okay, next it is useful in the retting and tanning process. First one, sewage treatment. What is sewage treatment? Sewage treatment means, do you know that? It is a cleaning process of the wastewater. Okay, so wastewater, the sewage water, it get treated. Okay, that is a sewage treatment. Otherwise, what is it? Cleaning of the wastewater, like the septic tank water. This waste waters nowadays we can recycle that water, no? So that is called sewage treatment. In the sewage treatment, it have many process. Okay, the steps. In the nitrobacter, methanobacterium, it is a aerobic microorganisms. They are intake the organic matters from the wastewater. Okay, in wastewater there are lot of organic matter, no? That all organic matters it is engulfed or eaten by this nitrobacter and methanobacterium. Okay, so this is a way it is useful in the sewage treatment. Okay, so next one, production of biogas. Production of biogas. We know very well it is a decomposer. The microorganisms are the decomposers. While decomposing, it releases the gases. Okay, especially the methane gas. Okay, that is a production of biogas. Okay, the animal waste, cow dung, and then human waste. This everything it is fermented by the microorganisms and release the methane gas. In this process, it releases the methane gas along with carbon dioxide, water, everything. Okay, so it is useful in the production of biogas. Okay, so next, these what are the bacteria are useful in the production of biogas? That is called methanogens. Okay, what is methanogens? What are the organisms or what are the bacteria are present in the production of biogas, are useful in the production of biogas? That is called methanogens. Okay, this is very important. The word methanogens. Okay. So next one, production of alcohol and wine. Already I told you in the topic of fungi. Okay, the yeast. I told you yeast. It is useful in the making of bread, cakes. I said no. Okay, that is what it is useful in the production of alcoholic beverages like alcohol and wine. Okay, by the process of fermentation. Okay, by the process of fermentation. Okay. So next one, it is useful in the retting and tanning. Retting and tanning. First of all, what is retting? We should know that. Okay. What is retting? What is retting mean? Nothing but in the production of fiber, the flakes, the stems are, it is dumped in the water tanks. Okay. And that time the microorganisms are released in that water tank. Okay. It is useful to release the fibers in the stem. It is loosening the stems. It is useful to loosening the stem in the production of fiber. In the production of fiber. Okay. So that is what called retting. In the process of retting, it is useful. Okay. Next is tanning. What is tanning mean? The leather production. The leather products are there on the belt, shoes, purse. Okay, that is the leather products. Okay. So it is leather products. We know very well. What is the leather products? The products we can get from the leather, the animal skin. Leather mean animal skin. Okay, the animal skins are too hard. Okay, so first of all, we should soften them. Okay, so for softening the animal skins, we can use the microorganisms. Okay, that process is called tanning. That process is called tanning. Okay, for this ways, the microorganisms are useful in the industries retting and tanning. Okay, example for that, Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas is example for the bacteria or the microorganism useful in the retting process. Okay, so these are the uses of microorganisms. What are the uses we completed? First one, the microorganism useful in the medicine, the microorganism useful in the agriculture, and then now the microorganism is useful in the different fields of industries. Okay, only one more is there. The microorganism, it is useful in our daily life. Okay, we can see in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.